Hello, welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beverage from Southern Tier Brewing Company out of Lakewood, New York. So this is another one of their non-beer offerings. And I know this is Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews, but anything that's coming from a craft brewery, I like to do a proper review and support them. And I know Southern Tier is so big now, some people don't even consider them craft anymore, but they were one of the innovators with, Victory and Stone and Dogfish Head and all that. So I still like to support them, and they do still make some good beers. But this one, I probably wouldn't have bought this myself, to be honest, but someone gave this to me, so I figured I'd give it a proper review. This is one of their hard seltzers. This one is with watermelon and cucumber. I admittedly am not the biggest fan of cucumber, so we'll see how this is. Just says vodka and sparkling water, which is basically hard seltzer, with natural watermelon and cucumber flavor. So we'll see. And this is a 5.0 ABV, and anyone who drinks seltzers a lot of the reason people drink these, not just because of the flavor or maybe they're less filling, is because they're no or very low carb. And this says if there's 1 carb in it, so I'm guessing that's just from the whatever sugar is in the watermelon and or cucumber. So we shall see. And generally I rate appearance, but most of these don't have an appearance. Some of them do. If there's a darker fruit in it, it would be that color. But watermelon, cucumber. I know watermelon's pink, but the juices from it are pretty much clear. Cucumber doesn't have much of a color either, so that's why this is just looks like water. Whoa. So usually when you see those things that are like some random fruit, which is usually watermelon or like some generic melon, which is more along the lines of cantaloupe, that's the fruits that are put together with cucumber for whatever reason. But usually the cucumber is kind of this, the back seat to the actual the fruit is usually the bigger player. But I mean, I get the watermelon, but I also definitely get the cucumber too. It's interesting though. I think they do play well to, even though I don't love cucumber, it works with watermelon to a point where it's almost hard to tell like where each one ends and where the other one starts. Because it's almost like if I was blindfolded and I wouldn't need to be blindfolded because it's clear. But if I just didn't know what this was and I smelled it, I could see myself. I don't think I would say watermelon or cucumber. Or I don't think I would say watermelon and cucumber. I think I would say one or the other. But I don't know which one I would say, which is kind of weird. But because if I think about one or the other, I can easily smell that. So I would say the flavor is probably a little bit more watermelon than cucumber, but you do get both. Of course, it's not sweet like most of them, unless some of them have artificial sweeteners in it. But this one is not sweet. I would say it's traditional and it has the watermelon cucumber flavor. I would say you don't really taste the alcohol, which I wasn't expecting to, given it's only 4.5 ABV and the flavor is pretty predominant. I will say that it does taste it tastes natural though. It doesn't taste like artificial watermelon, which generally to me that's one of the grossest artificial flavors. I don't like artificial watermelon very much. The other thing that's kind of strange about this is, I mean, it is carbonated. You could tell by the way it was poured. But to me, it's less carbonated than um, other seltzers that I've had. And to me, that's like what makes them somewhat refreshing, is because of how highly carbonated they are. I mean, some of them are a little over the top. Like, to me, what's the LaCroix or LaCroix, however you say it, which is probably like the biggest, regular seltzer, non-alcoholic one. Those are sometimes too carbonated to me, where it almost like burns your tongue because of the carbonic acid that's in it. This is definitely not that, but I think it's on the other end where it doesn't have like that sting at all. Like, to me, Sprite can even have like too much carbonic acid, but generally it has a nice little carbonation sting to it, but this doesn't have that. I think that would probably help bring out the flavors a little bit more, and it would just make you feel like you were drinking more of a carbonated beverage versus a mixed cocktail. Because the carbonation's so low, it is almost more like you're just drinking a cocktail versus, generally cocktails would have like, some sort of actual acid, not just carbonic acid, or sweetness, or both. This doesn't have either one of those. It's basically just the mild forms of watermelon and cucumber, and then nothingness. Because like I said, you don't really taste the alcohol either, but that's kind of what the point of these things. So, on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm definitely just going to give this a drink. I don't mind drinking it. Like, most of these, I don't hate them. I don't mind drinking them, but I would not buy them again. The only ones I've had that I would buy again were the Fauna Flora ones, but they're definitely a lot different than these type of ones. Like I said, I'll finish this, but there's no way I would ever buy it again. It's not even because it's a poorly made product. This isn't my thing, to be honest. I just don't love cucumber that much to begin with, and it's just other than that, there's not much to it. And I feel like if for me, if I wanted to drink alcohol and not get the carbs and have like lower calorie than beer, I would just drink whiskey. So there's really not a reason for me to drink these, but I like giving them a go and trying them if someone gives me one. So I'm so glad I got to try it. But I think that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.